That's where it belongs.
Hey, welcome to the May series of Vintners May for May.
2016.
And here we are at our new location, our new digs, looking at the freeway. There was a truck. Hey, there was a bigger truck. And I got Ed here, my co-host, Ed Musio.
We got wines to taste and talk about.
Wine to taste. And Ed's got some, I have to say Ed's been very good about looking up the 40 years ago. We're just going 40-year increments. What the wines were, and that was an interesting idea, that Malvasia.
Malvasia from non-vintage dry, because Malvasia is normally made in a sweet style, from the Novitiate winery, which was owned by, the church. I mean, I don't know if they were monks or whatever, but it was, I think they were monks, actually.
You remember Renaissance, where they made, like, these wild Cabernets and all that late harvest Riesling?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think that was... It was a cult.
It was a sort of a cult commune religious group, but wasn't really a cult commune religious group.
They made so much wine, and they made so much late harvest Riesling.
Yeah, they made tons of late harvest.
We featured it for like 10 years. We kept featuring it.
I know, it was so good.
It was so good. So this is a funny story. This is the Serena's Cabernet from Paso. And I've tasted these wines for about a year, and this particular vintage actually was 2010. And the color is obvious. And, the broker was telling me, his name was Nick. He's an old timer. Nick Prokop was in here. He said, we got to deal with these ladies. Do you want it? I'm like, what are you going to do? And so I placed the order like 9 months ago, and then they said, no, we don't want to do it. And then they came back and said, we're going to do it. And then I go, what is wrong with these people? Don't they want to sell any wine?
Paul, they're in the wine business.
Right.
Haven't you figured this out yet? They're all crazy.
So I got a call I called the woman. Well, she's like 90, okay? And the Serena's is like the sisters. It's four sisters, right? This is Serena's Vineyard, but the other brand is Four Sisters.
Right.
It's actually Four Sisters.
It's Four Sisters.
And
I
don't know. I'm not going to say they have no business being in the wine business, because you can do whatever you want. But they have no business being in the wine business.
And most of them do.
And so here's this gorgeous Cabernet. It's just sitting there. It's aging gracefully in the bottle. But they don't know how to sell any of it. And so we were very fortunate to get it, I think.
Yeah, it was an interesting story. A fun group of people. I mean, they sound like they're really wonderful, and I'd love to go out and eat, drink, and get silly with them, but they don't know how to be in the wine business.
Our contract specifically says that we are licensed to register the wine in different states depending on the thing. And they're like, what does that mean? What do we do with? How does that? I'm like, everybody does. It's the only way you can ship to certain states. Yeah, but how do you? You're gonna sign that as my. I'm like, don't worry, we can. So she goes, well, if you say it's okay, it's okay. She says. But this is a great Cabernet.
Terrific Cabernet. I mean, they've got a lot of vineyards up there. I mean, this is not a small operation. They make a pretty hefty amount of wine, and they've been there for quite a while. I like the packaging. It's a little overdone, but
for a
beautiful woman on the label.
Consider this is 5 years in the bottle.
5 years in the bottle, probably. Yeah.
Wonderful depth, wonderful fruit still, lots of cassis. I mean, I love this wine.
$22.99 on the shelf, $12.99 reorder price.
That's your cue, Ed.
Did I pick it up or what? Any interruption?
Seriously, $12.
Don't talk while I'm interrupting.
$12.99. Come on, that's a 98 for me. I think it's a great.
Yeah, I'm doing a 97 just to be different.
The value is incredible.
Well, great value, but we expect that here, don't we?
Funny. It just cracked me up. I'm like, look, don't worry, ma'am. I'm like my mother. Don't worry, mom. I can handle this. We'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. That's the first screw cap of the day. How about that?
It's the rule.
That's the rule. This is another one from our good friend who sold us the Noceto Sangiovese we're going to taste. Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc, 2014. Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc in the Vintners Series. Sells for $22.99 on the shelf, $11.99 on the reorder. Napa Valley.
Where does it come from, Paul?
But, I mean, come on. I mean, that's expensive real estate, and we're selling it for $11.
$11.99. Don't understate your pricing point. That's killer wine for $12. Yeah, it's really good.
What I like about it doesn't have any typical grassiness, doesn't have the typical grapefruit. It's actually a very full-bodied Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, but it's very typical of what you get from Napa. Napa's a warm climate, and it loves Sauvignon Blanc, just like it loves Cabernet. And in the warmer areas, boy, it really hits it, and they really hit it here. This is gorgeous.
Love it. Honor the vineyard. I wonder what that means. Honor the vineyard. The number one rule. Okay, so it looks like this is a series of wines. A rule, and rule number one is honor the vineyard. And what does that mean, Ed? Namaste. No, what it means is it starts in the vineyard, right? I mean, you can't make good wine from bad grapes. You can't make bad wine from good grapes. We taste that every Tuesday. Dozens of examples of that. But this is clever. I'm gonna have to see what the rule number 2 is.
There is none.
Refer to rule number 1.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is a spectacular Sauvignon Blanc, and I love that grape, especially from the Napa Valley. $22.99, $11.99 reorder price,
I got
$95
like
for
lychee in
me.
there, and I got all kinds of different fruits.
Yeah, I'm doing a $95. I think it's
Look
delicious.
on this,
Okay. Awfully nice of you to do.
So now we have the Sangiovese, which again from the same people, not the same makers as the rule, but from the same distributor people.
Yeah, this is Sangiovese, also from the Sierra foothills.
Which is a great district for Sangiovese.
It's a great district for Italian varietals now. Do you know that the most amount of Barbera planted in the state comes from the Sierra foothills?
Big, for Sangiovese, because you can't expect it to be Chianti with the home of Sangiovese. You expect it to be different, but this actually is very Chianti-like. It's got that spice component. It's not too big. It's not too thick.
Yeah, but it's got some beautiful fruit in there. It's really bizarre, really
spice
different.
component.
It's almost got white fruit flavor components, like peach and nectarine. Almost a little apricot to go with the cherries.
I would say dried apricot for sure.
Really
It's
good.
in there, but the spicy component, which gives it that Chianti character, I love.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it has an earthiness to it as well.
does.
I mean, but it's all balanced. There's nothing comes out and jumps at you and goes, "Hi, look at me, look at me."
This is one of those wines I tasted. I go, okay, I gotta check it out because I'm gonna sell it for $12.99. You can't buy Chianti, regular Chianti, for $12.99 anymore. And I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be something wrong with it because it's too good for the value. But I kept tasting it, and I'm like, no,
Nothing wrong with that wine. $22.99 on the shelf. $12.99 reorder is killer price, and I'm doing a 97. I really like it.
96. But it's just hanging around. You know what's funny about that wine? It hangs.
It hangs in there. I can still taste it.
Yeah.
You know.
What did I do?
I don't know. You're supposed to pour wine. Oh, this is the wine that I wanted to talk to you about. So they send me all this information on the winery, but they don't send me any information about this
Why it's called
name.
Nelly.
Why is it called Nelly? And
Might as well call it Katie Bar the Door, right?
So I email the winery in Oregon and I ask them, and I get a note from the winemaker with a 1-paragraph statement about what it tastes like, and her message in the email is, "This is probably more than you need." No, it's really not. It's not really what I asked for, but you know something? I don't have time to argue anymore.
That's really funny. When I saw Columbia Valley, I thought Washington, but it must trickles into Oregon. So
Well, no, this is in Willamette Valley.
I know, but there is Columbia, all that's from Washington as well. And I love this reeks of that part of the country.
Oh yeah,
doesn't
because
it?
of the acidity, the grip, But then there's
Green apples.
But you see that it's got something in Chardonnay that you just don't get anywhere else, and that's this little honeysuckle component.
Wow, that's good. Ed. Honeysuckle's a good one.
It's really dead on with that little honeysuckle, and it's just different, and yet it's not sweet. It's obviously not sweet. I mean, it's bone dry, and can you imagine this with oysters?
It's got a great back end to it.
Really something.
Very firm in the back.
$12.99 on the shelf, $11.99 reorder price. I'm doing a 98.
$22.99 on the shelf, $11.99.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to say 97. 98, 97, 96 and a half. I don't know, whatever.
Wow.
But this is a late entry. We try to pick these wines enough in advance to get things written and everything. And I know you were under the gun to write this one, but he walked in, I think, like 2 Tuesdays ago and said, "Hey, I got this wine that just came to me." So I thought it was great.
No,
I thought it was a great expression of that part of the country. So I'm with you. And that is the Vintners Series.
2016 and counting. Next month the year will be half over. Where to go?
May 2016.
Yeah. Oh, next month I said. Yeah. Take care.